Hey everybody, it's Safi and Marco, Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here once again. I am here to review the Sopranos prequel movie, The Many Saints of Newark. Now, let's get started. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of what to say. This just doesn't end with fuck. This fucking movie, it was so bad. I mean, guys, here's the thing. Let me preface this review. I have never seen a Sopranos episode. I've heard all about it. I've heard it in the background. I've heard people talking about how great it is. If this movie is any indication of the series, then I would never watch the series. Because, wow, this movie was really fucking bad. It was a complete piece of shit garbage movie. What the fuck? What the fuck was this fucking movie? What were you guys thinking? I thought this was gonna be a gangster movie, and then I turn on the movie and it's some woke BLM agenda movie. I mean, what the fuck was this? What were you thinking? With this script straight out of hell? What was this script? Who wrote this script? This is some of the worst writing I've ever seen. It's just complete nonsense. It's just nothing. What even was this movie? What even was this movie? I mean, what was this? What did I just watch for 2 hours? 2 hours of my valuable time I watched this movie, and I was like, oh, when is something gonna happen that has to do with the Sopranos? Why is this just this stupid, dumbass story that nobody cares about? This is just the same old shit we keep on seeing over and over again nowadays. And I am sick of it. I am sick of this awful movies that come out of Hollywood. Look at us, we're in Hollywood. We can do whatever we want, including shitting all over the fans. Well, fuck this. This movie was a disgrace. This was an embarrassment. This is one of the worst movies. You know what? This is the third worst movie of the year. It's only better than the two Zack Snyder movies that came out, because everything is better than what Zack Snyder does. That's it. This movie takes the cake for how bad it is. It is a complete waste of time. It is a waste of money. It is a waste of talent. It's a waste of everything. Sorry about that, but that's what this movie deserves. Let's just break down this movie. Let's break it down, okay? Let's talk about the plot. The great plot. Oh my god, this was just so amazing. It was like Godfather level writing. Let's talk about it. And listen, here's the thing. I wanted to love this movie. I thought it would be amazing. The trailer really, I'll give them props. They bamboozled us. They really did a big bait and switch. I thought this was going to be a Sopranos movie, and instead, it was just a shit movie. So it starts off, the whole movie's narrated by some random guy who Tony kills at one point for some reason. Like, that was really weird. I didn't understand that at all. Why that would be. Is that some fan favorite character or something? Like, I hate this fucking movie so much. It was just so bad. I'm so upset. I'm really angry right now. I'm fuming. So it starts off, we see young Tony. He's fat. he's really fat. He's this fat little kid, and he just looks at people, and he goes in this one room, and then the actual plot is happening, the bullshit plot that no one wanted. And then you see little Tony, and I hesitate to call him little Tony. You see fat Tony in the background, and he's looking at things, and he's looking at people, and he's not even saying anything. He's not making any noises like, ooh, ooh. He's just looking at things, and it's like, ooh, this is so good. Masterpiece, 10 out of 10. It's like, God, what was this? Like, is this... It's all about this black character named Harold, and nobody gives a flying fuck about Harold. I mean, who even is Harold? I thought this movie was supposed to be about Tony Soprano, but this movie is all about this dumbass character named Harold. He was once a runner for Dickie Mandy Dinstani, or whatever he was named. Dickie, Uncle Dickie. He was once a runner for Dickie, and then he saw all the horrible injustices going on. Man, all those injustices. And so then he became a rioter for a brief period. And then he became a self-starter, and he started his own mobster business. And meanwhile, and he also has sex with the wife of Dickie, who, oh yeah, and this is all spoilers, by the way, because I don't fucking care. He's sleeping with Dickie's wife, and Dickie's wife was first the wife of Dickie's father, who Dickie killed because Dickie was upset that his father was abusing Dickie's new wife. And so then Dickie marries this girl, and she's this sort of airhead Italian woman, and she's like, I want to be in America, and I want to run beauty salon. And Dickie's like, no! I don't want you to do that. I want you to stay at home and make me spaghetti and a meatball. and she's like, okay then. And she fucks Harold. And then Harold, he runs a business. And it's just all about Harold. I mean, who cares about Harold? I didn't sign up to watch Harold's prequel. I don't even know who Harold is. Is Harold supposed to be some sort of a special villain character from the show? Is he some sort of a fan favorite character from the show? Because these choices are fucking retarded. And now let's talk about Dickie. Now, Dickie is Tony's uncle, and he's just, I got to admit though, there was a lot of potential, because Dickie's story was pretty sad when you get down to it. He had this really good scene later on in the movie, a good scene kinda, and I say good just because it's good because the actors are good, and he's talking all about how he does nice things, and no matter how many nice things he does, it always ends with something horrible happening for him. And Ray Liotta's talking to him. And I thought that, I thought that Ray Liotta, he was actually pretty good in this movie. He wasn't, he played twin characters. And one of them was like this abuser, hothead, loser, typical stereotype. And the other one was this very wise guy in prison. And I kind of liked how he played twin characters, because he really did a good job with the second one. And, there's this really kind of sad story where the Uncle Dickie, he kills his wife out of nowhere. And, I was cheering for it too. I mean, I was like, yeah, kill that bitch. Can't wait to see him kill Harold at the end of the movie, I guess. Because that's what the movie's about, apparently. The Sopranos movie is about Uncle Dickie, who no one knows about. I mean, is Uncle Dickie some sort of favorite character that Tony mentioned all the time? What is this? What is this? It's not even a good gangster movie. When you take the Sopranos prequel element out of it, it's not even a good gangster movie. It's just like this boring. It goes nowhere. Nothing happens in this movie. The first action sequence, the only action sequence happens an hour and 20 minutes into the 2-hour movie. I mean, why? But there is this really good potential storyline where the uncle, Dickie, he basically decides not to be a part of Tony's life because he doesn't want Tony to end up like him and have a bad life like he did. And it's really sad, you know. You see this this teenager, he loves Dickie, and you know the Dickie just ignores him, and it's really sad. And then Dickie gets killed by his own family member, this fucking four-eyed loser who slipped, and then because Dickie laughed at him, he's mad. This. Do you see how stupid this plot is, though? Like, seriously. The only good thing was that plot with Dickie and Tony, and him wanting to be there for Tony and wanting to bring him up and help him because he was basically all he had. You know, his mom was this insane whack job, bitchy person. His father, was John Bernthal supposed to be his father? I mean, I just didn't get any father vibes at all from anyone except for his uncle. And so I thought that was really sad. And so that was really the best part of the movie. And that's what I wanted the whole movie to be. I wanted it to just be like about Tony and his uncle and like their relationship, and mostly about Tony though, because I thought that this would be like some sort of like a standout performance for James Gandolfini's son. And I thought it's such a cool idea that, you know, you got his son to play him as a kid. You know, I thought that was like a really cool idea. But it really did not work because he was hardly on screen. I mean, he was basically on screen for like 10 minutes of the 2-hour movie. No, I would say 5 minutes. 5 minutes you get with the Tony Soprano. And what is he? He's this teenage kid. He's smart, I guess, and he wants to be a football player, and he does all these things. He gets in trouble for doing like these kiddish things, like just these things that really aren't that bad. I mean, he steals an ice cream truck, and it's like, what is this? Like, what is this? So I will say this. This movie is not worth it. I didn't pay to watch it, but even if I did pay to watch it, I mean, I just watched it on streaming. But if I paid to watch this in theaters, I would have fucking ranted off the ass because this movie, I can't believe that I watched it. I can't believe that I spent the full 2 hours watching this because it was bad. It was really, really bad. And it was just so anticlimactic. It was like, you know, like, this is what the Soprano fans have been waiting for all these years. Like, I feel bad for you guys. You know, you had this amazing show. It had a decent run. I think it had like 8 to 10 seasons. You know, that's how long a show should be. It should be 8 to 10 seasons. Not this like 5-season cutoff bullshit. And so you guys had this nice show, and then you guys, you know, you had a tragedy where James Gandolfini died, and then you're like, you know, can we get a movie? You know, it would be really nice to have like a movie to just, you know, have like a send off or something, you know, something really special for us. You know, because they're so supportive too. Like, these fans, they're a really supportive fan base, and so it was like, it was supposed to be the special thing, and then it comes out and it's like, ugh, like, what the hell is this? Like, who wanted this? I mean, Who wanted this movie? I mean, what was this? So, all in all, I'm sorry, but I fucking hated this movie. I despised it. I really wanted to like it. I was really looking forward to it. And to be honest, I'm more excited about watching The Addams Family 2. I mean, that's just sad. I mean, this is a man's movie. This is an adult man's movie, and this adult man right here is more excited about Addams Family 2 right now. That's bad. That's really bad. This is supposed to be like the best movie of the year, but I would say it's one of the top 3 worst. It was such a disgrace. It was such a piece of shit movie that, and nobody ever wanted this. I wanted 2 hours of Tony and his uncle. I didn't want any of this crap that we got. Oh, God. I'm really disappointed in this movie. I'm really upset. The Many Saints of Newark. I mean, what does that title even mean? I mean, what is that? What was the title, too? This movie should have been called, Fuck You Fans. Like, that's what this movie is. It's Fuck You Fans. And it's so funny because, with Breaking Bad, they made that El Camino movie, which was also a piece of shit. And with that movie, it was sort of like an indication of how they ended Breaking Bad too early. They rushed it to an ending like they do with everything nowadays. And what do you get? You get this movie where it feels like, this should have been season 6 or whatever, but of course it's just a little movie and it's crap. And with this movie, it's even worse because this isn't even what we wanted. Like, at least in El Camino, we got all those great scenes with Todd and Jesse, and we got some pretty good scenes here and there. And, at least it's what we wanted. It's Jesse. It's one of the main characters of the show. This movie doesn't give us anything that we wanted. Okay? The scenes with Tony in them are so small and minuscule, you could literally cut them out of the movie and it wouldn't make much of a difference. It wouldn't make much sense anymore because they always reference him and there's scenes with him and other characters. But this movie really is just a movie about this random fucker named Harold, who no one cares about. If this was like some movie that was based off of a show about Harold, then I would have been fine with it. I still would have said this is like a boring piece of trash movie, and nothing really happens in it. But at least it would have made more sense. But this is supposed to be a Sopranos movie, and it really did not feel like a Sopranos movie. So, I rate this movie. You know what? You guys really need to understand how bad this movie is. This movie, with El Camino, I did not rate El Camino in terms of food. I said it doesn't deserve it. Well, this movie doesn't either. This movie is going to be rated like a TV episode. It is not going to get the honor of having a food rating for it. Sorry. I rate this movie an F-. This movie was sickeningly bad. It was garbage. There were little elements of it that could have been really good. Like, I really felt some emotion thinking about the ending and thinking about, like, how sad it was. Because at the ending, Dickie was going to come back and he was going to actually be there and try to help raise him at the end. But then he gets killed. And it's like, that was really sad. But the whole movie was trash as a whole. It just completely, really bad. And if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, tell me about the Sopranos series, because I really, after this movie, I would never watch the show. Someone has to tell me that the show is different than this movie, because if this is any representation of the movie, then the show, then the show is trash too. I mean, did you guys watch like a show for 10 years where nothing happens? Cuz that's this movie. Nothing happens. And who wants to watch something where nothing happens? Like what a sad life that must be if you got excited and you're like, "Yay! I've been a lifelong Sopranos fan. I'm really excited for this movie." And then you watch it and it's just like this deflating, soul-crushing, sad experience. I'm really sorry for you guys, because if I wrote and made this movie, it would not have been anything like this. And, I don't usually say that because I kind of feel like it's an egotistical thing to say, but I'm just getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of, just seeing all these bad movies that are made. They're obviously bad. I mean, there's no debate that this movie's bad. I mean, it's not like a divisive thing, like with, well, let's say like with some of Scorsese's movies, like Taxi Driver. I think the Taxi Driver's a little overrated, but I still think that it's overall a great movie when you can compare it to the movies from today. But this movie, movies that come out today, there's no debate how bad they are. They're all just so bad and so terrible. And I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of wasting my time, my energy, watching 2 hours of bullshit. And why I say that is because I know that if I'm sick of it, that the audience is sick of it too. And when the audience is sick of wasting their time, guess what they're going to do? They're going to stop watching and they're going to stop giving you money. And then when they stop giving you money, you're not going to have a job anymore. Oh no, wouldn't want that to happen. Wink, wink. And so I really hope that people wake up to movies nowadays. And I hope you guys stop supporting them, because these are not movies. This is just content. This is content for streaming services. This is a HBO Max commercial movie. Hey, look, buy HBO Max subscription because you can watch the new Sopranos prequel. That's all this movie is. This movie isn't a movie, it's garbage content. So, please like this video once again, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more movie reviews. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon.